So, hi everyone. Sorry for the late stream, but for those of you who don't know, I of course have a day job, and the day job decided I was working today, and then ran late. So here we are, finally getting ready to go back to doing the impossible. And seeing how that actually goes. Because basically what we left off on was trying to prove that this is Dahlia. Naturally, I didn't know either the victim or the defendant. Never been to Eagle Mountain before. So, in this case, let's see. So, this is Melissa Foster. I believe her name is Foster, right? Is she claiming to be Foster? Yeah. So this is allegedly Melissa Foster, age 19, college student somewhere, allegedly witnessed and photographed the incident on Dusky Bridge, for those of you who don't remember. Our client, Terry Falls here, is accused of murdering Officer Valerie Hawthorne, who was a key witness in a case against our client 5 years ago that put him on death row. He escaped from custody about 2 days ago, and then at some point in those 2 days allegedly attacked and murdered her. What we believe is that Melissa, quote-unquote Melissa here, is actually the believed dead Dahlia Hawthorne, who was Valerie's younger sister and the alleged victim of a quote-unquote kidnap murder. Allegedly fell from Dusky Bridge and never found. Now, what our client has told us about this particular incident is that Dahlia wanted to get a $2 million diamond from, I guess, her and Valerie's father. So basically what wound up happening was Dahlia wanted to stage a kidnapping with our client Terry here, and then with that in place they would get a cooperating third party, Valerie, to play the intermediary between, you know, their father and, you know, Terry, because, you know, the kidnapping was supposed to be fake. So if you have the person who's delivering the diamond and on the know, you know, it works a lot better. But something went pear-shaped, and Valerie actually shot at Terry. It doesn't sound like she actually hit. But either she changed her mind, decided, you know, she didn't want to split the money 3 ways, who knows? But what wound up happening, allegedly, is that Dahlia took the diamond, shoved it in her backpack, because she was 14 at the time, shoved it in her backpack, and dove off the bridge, willingly. And both she and the diamond were never seen again. Now, we believe Melissa Foster is actually Dahlia. And as we've learned in another case, unless, you know, there is an identical, you know, person actually named Melissa Foster. This is actually, in fact, Dahlia Hawthorne. We know this, as, you know, the player, as, you know, the chat witnessing all of this. But it's basically our job to prove that we know who this actually is. And to make our kind of meta knowledge actually relevant. So I was out of the country until last year. I didn't know either the victim or the defendant until I entered college. I had never been to Eagle Mountain before. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer, holding a grudge, blah, 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 blah. So this, I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. basically, this should be this note, because the note that the victim wrote and left on/in her desk at the back of the office, right here. Oh, actually, no. I remember how to do this now. So basically, we have to, let's see. So basically, her whole testimony is that she was out of the country until last year, you know, kept far from home by some civil war. Because of that, she didn't know the victim. She didn't know our client. She claims she's never been to this mountain before in her life. The only other time she's ever been was with her college hiking club, at which point she fell in love with the admittedly goth atmosphere of the mountain. She claims that she has no reason to want to hurt an officer. Now this is where she starts to act like she actually knows more than she should, because she starts kind of commenting on what our client is accused of, about how he holds a grudge and he killed the officer who testified against him 5 years ago and allegedly kidnapped a girl, you know, some kid. But this, if memory serves, is actually what we want, because basically what we're going to do is we're going to make it look like we're falling into a trap. However, we are laying a trap for her, because she has information she shouldn't have. She's done this before, because she had information on the car that our client allegedly used to escape from the mountain and got caught in at the checkpoint at the base of the mountain. So basically we are setting her up for another trap, because, you know, she's like, oh yeah, the policewoman's testimony is crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. So yeah, he is understandably, like, you know, he has a grudge. And we're just going to object to all of this, because it's like, oh yeah, this is where she kind of starts falling into it. Because she accuses her client of being forgetful. And not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well. Your client, he forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well. And of course, you know, this in the first case would have been better in reverse order, so it was truly a twist who Melissa was. Well, you know what? Yeah, actually. But at the same time, though, I feel like this also kind of works narratively, because this also sets us up for a lot of realization and a lot of new context for that first case, right? So basically, during that first case, you know, we know Mia's lost the case before it so badly that she took off, you know, she stopped practicing law for a year. She lost her mentor, Armando, to a poisoning, right? That's when we first meet Nick, right? Because Dahlia is, you know, the one who, you know, did all of that, got close to Nick just so she could try to get the evidence from the poisoning back. But, you know, that all happens kind of in a vacuum. It's like fine by itself, but then this case comes back. This is the case that Mia lost so badly at the start of her own career, right? Like, this is what leads, well, this is presumably what leads Dahlia to poisoning Armando. This is also presumably what part of the mechanics of taking Armando and his poisoning into making him Godot, as far as I can tell. So, having this case situated where it is in the timeline of, like, episodes, like, having it be episode 4 instead of episode 1, I think winds up doing quite a bit, like, narratively, and although it's, yeah, it would be perfectly fine, like, flip-flopping the two, I think it's more impactful having it come second to that first case with Dahlia. And I think having it come after all of those cases with Godot, where he clearly knows something about Nick. And he kind of knows more about us than he should when we have no idea who he is. Like, this basically kind of starts breaking in on that mystery too. And no, I think this is precisely where it should be, if that makes any sense. Like, it could go anywhere else, but this is where it belongs, right? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? And then this is where she falls into the trap with the white scarf. Because, you know, but Mia also seems so out of character in the first case, and this would explain it. Yes, but, like, I like how she's like, no, this makes her client look bad, but it winds up being functionally more of a trap for Dahlia here. But with, yeah, Mia seeming out of character in the first case, part of it is, like, it's very easy to explain, and that's kind of what the game does. Like, they almost explicitly tell you, if not, like, straight up explicitly tell you, that it is her second case ever, and that she lost her first case so badly that she stopped practicing law for a year. Like, that right there would explain why she has absolutely no confidence whatsoever, why she's, like, seems so green, right? So, that right there kind of explains why she's not, like, that confident go-getter, you know, tiger in the jungle, beware, Mia that we know, you know, when Nick has finally graduated from university, he is now an actual lawyer, he is working with Mia now, you know, like, they do enough in that first case, I think, that, you know, it makes sense that she's out of character, you know? But this winds up putting more context on it, and it shifts it from, you know, oh, like, she was just out of her depth, you know, she wasn't properly supported for the first case, yada yada, you know, that's why she, like, took it so badly, etc. and so forth, right? This puts it, like, in completely different context, and I think it works better here. Like, I'm not saying, like, you are very right, Wood. Like, it absolutely would be perfectly fine having the two of them flip-flopped. But I think narratively it's stronger here than if you front-loaded it. And this is where we present the notes. Because how would she have known about the white scarf? If she didn't know about the instructions. Yep. Let's see. It's true, Mr. Falls did give instructions to Valerie Hawthorne about their meeting, and this is where she officially falls into the trap. Whew. The note that she left said, wear white scarf for identification. Yes, what about it? Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note was a secret piece of evidence. How is it that the witness knows about it? Ta-da! Order, order. It is odd, isn't it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, did you show top secret evidence to the witness? Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such a thing. In that case, the only way the witness could know about the note would be just a moment. Of course I didn't know about the note. It's just, I saw when it happened with my own eyes. When the victim went to see the killer, she used her own scarf to signal him. That's why I assumed that the signal was a white scarf. I suppose that makes sense. Come on, Mia, you can't let her weasel out of it that easily. Witness. Sorry, but your explanation isn't going to work here. But why? It's true, that's what I saw. Impossible, there's no way you could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him. Because it's not white! You've said several times in your testimony that the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct? Yes. Is something wrong? That's what I'd like to know, Ms. Foster. Have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf. I'm sure people would disagree about what to call this color, however, it certainly is not white. You knew what the note said. She knew the contents of the note? Edgeworth's like, no. It says, wear white scarf for identification. That's the reason why you said it was white. Well, Ms. Foster? Got her. Order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, a number of people that knew were quite limited. We're gonna toss the saved here, so I don't have to do all that again. Terry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another, and finally one more person. And this is where we commit casual necromancy. Did you say one more person? Yes, we did. That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, Kin? Yup. The third person who knew the contents of the notes were Dahlia. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time there is her name right there. What's this? So who's this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne? And Edgeworth's going to be like, how dare you commit necromancy? Thanks, Judge, you are the best. Look, man. This man's clearly not representative of the Canadian justice system, but my God, is he bad? Can't I have our usual judge back, please? Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she died 5 years ago, when she fell off Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. Objection! And Edgeworth himself said most people who fall in that body, in that water, are never found. Not all. She could have survived. Is it out of, are the odds out of her favor? Yes. Is it still possible? Yes. Just because she's declared legally dead means nothing. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. Oh, we don't care. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Yep, her body could be anywhere. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. Objection! Even you couldn't, Miss Faye. You're not saying. But I am. That's precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Living under an assumed name for reasons. Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit and run arsonist. I understand. Bam. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it would come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... This little scumbag! My God. Edgeworth, I love you. But my God. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No, wait, but then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder? Really, Miss Faye, I must say, your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious, her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? Oh, well, that made us unpopular. I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this victim have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That was me. It was this guy, the crazy coffee addict. Objection! We love Armando when he's not being a creeper. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Wow. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No, you've just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth, how charming. Says the guy younger than her! Yeah, exactly. Now then, let's not waste any more time. Miss Faye? What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne?
Take that!
Okay, cool. Okay, so for whatever reason, it's not the... Oh, you know, we might have to do the... Okay, so in order to get to the diamond, we might have to go through the letter. I wish I had caught that before it launches all the way here. Boo. We're gonna just move the save just a hair, so it doesn't send us all the way. Alright, cool. This is all the way. This is all the way. Come on. He knew, Dahlia Hawthorne. Shush!
Objection!
Look at all these objections. My God. Come on. Come on, kids. Stop arguing. I want to get out of this. I want to get out of this man's office. Out of this courtroom. Please. I want out of this courtroom.
Objection!
Okay, Edgeworth's going to demand evidence. Come on, you can do this. Okay, now's the actual place for the save. Love this for me. Yeah. Now, okay, we need to prove. Check with this. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Yep, there it is. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth? There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Lie in the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my... Absolutely not, sir. Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. No, actually it won't, Mia. It actually won't, because she's going to do it again. And you're going to witness it. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom prize was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. Huh, if we're not allowed to fight, let's twist some arms. Listen up, we've still got that info, that ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, Ken, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us in the lobby, I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. Does this mean the guy isn't on death row since a murder didn't happen? He might... You know, good question. I mean, they're still alleging that the kidnapping happened and that it was attempted murder, so he might not get off the hook for that. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by, yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. But we have to prove that it's fake. But attempted murder isn't a death sentence. Yeah. Yeah, but also keep in mind murder isn't like in this world, murder also isn't like a guaranteed death sentence either. Like let's see. So Pearl's mom is just in solitary. They might be in Texas for this case. Who knows? Who knows? 5 years ago, I was kidnapped. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes. As a tutor. You were tutoring him? Mr. Falls? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? Their ransom was a raw diamond. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. Huh. A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain, and after she made the change, she shot. That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Yeah, I guess. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. Okay. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. Okay, so he got shot in the knife arm. I was dazed. I turned to try to run, but Mr. Falls turned to grab as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. And in the next instant... Wait. Again, this bridge has been broken for the last 5 years. I advised the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I don't like this. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes. I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, huh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. It's a moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. Lord, I've just got to prove that the kidnapping was a hoax. Let's see, bridge unchanged for 5 years. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So from the looks of it, they stood in the exact same spot about here. Because she is alleging she turned to run this way. Brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot. I want to see this one more time. When Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed, so I turned to try and run. But Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. So it went from here. She turned to run here. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. Crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Wait. I'm sorry. See, okay, so, like, you're dazed. You turn to run. He grabs you, shoves you in the water. But, like... Let me see this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Let's... I kind of want to try this because it shows us this. Like, it shows that she really doesn't have anywhere to run. Used this ransom for Dahlia, lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. Wait. Wait. So, where is it? Oh, this isn't it, is it? No. Oh, okay. So I have to ditch while she's talking. Okay. I hate everything. So, how do we prove that this was a hoax, right? Let's see, 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls, okay. Ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. See, that doesn't explain why that diamond, like, if she had actually made the exchange, right? Where's the diamond? Why is it still missing, you know? But the diamond itself is apparently not it. So let's try. So for this, she claims that she turned to run. He grabbed her. Well, he went to go grab at her. As she went past him, he shoved her off. Which, okay, but which direction were you going then? Because if you're trying to claim that you were, you were originally facing, this way, there's nowhere to run. Like, the only way to run is this way, off this bridge, because this has been broken for 5 years. So I kind of want to try presenting the map and then trying the photo of the bridge, because this part here is very important. Found it. Okay. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. Nope. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Oh, okay. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Otter. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change from the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Yeah, like it genuinely would not have made a difference. You're right, if the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. My God. Edgeworth's doing all the testifying. Order in the court. Edgeworth, shut up. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. So, if... Okay, so if... Okay, so let's see. All right, so imagine, you know, okay, actually, you know what? Let's actually grab a version of this we can write on. One of these days, I'm going to actually do like a whiteboard overlay, so I don't have to keep going out and like getting paint. All right. Boop. All right, so let's grab. Where's my window capture? There we go. Window capture. Oh, wait. Board. Okay, so. Cool. Alright. Let's shrinky-dink that to about there. Alright. Where? Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, so say we are the killer and we are, wow, that's tiny. Cool. All right, so say we are the killer. No, stop that. Boo. All right, say we are our clients. Say we are the detective, who we are going to put in purple. Boop. Beautiful. All right, and then let's say we are Dahlia, who I guess we're going to put in pink. Cool. So, if he gets shot, actually, let's move her down about here. So if he gets shot, so let's see. So if he gets shot in the right arm and he panics and he flails around, is he going to actually have enough force to push her into the water? I don't think he actually is. I don't think he's going to actually have enough force to actually push her in. But that doesn't actually matter because that's not in evidence, right? So we have, let's see, flawed logic contradicts the court record. What's this? So, no, so this doesn't show us anything. I opened the stream and I'm greeted with MS Paint. Yeah, well, because I wanted to draw on the map. And unfortunately, I haven't. So there's like there's people who have like really cool like whiteboard setups for their streams, and I just haven't gone around to doing that. so you don't have to break out MS Paint all the time to do this. So this is Falls, who we're going to call Clients. This is Victim. And this is Dahlia. Say hello, everybody. So, basically, what you've walked into, Taper, is Edgeworth claiming that Valerie shot our client in the right arm, which is the one he was holding the knife in, allegedly, when he, quote-unquote, kidnapped Dahlia. And then, what he's saying is that when our client got shot, he panicked and shoved Dahlia into the river sideways. And apparently, this is contradicted by the court record, and that's basically where we're trying to figure things out. But yeah, one of these days I will actually get like a proper whiteboard settled so we don't have to break out MS Paint. But until then... Now, we could probably do the notes, but that doesn't... let's see. Valerie was stabbed. Let's see. Part of me wants to do the bridge. Actually, let me see. So the bridge has supports along it and then underneath it. Although, actually, let me see the bridge supports. Oh, those are... Oh, no one's going sideways off of that. Not accidentally. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. You know, for as badly maintained as this bridge is... as badly maintained as this bridge is, it's very well supported. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. Wire lasts longer than wood? Actually true. Although, to be honest, I thought it was rope. But apparently, it's wire. Go figure. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible. Get absolutely dunked, Edgeworth. Order, what is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What is this? Also, why did he make a tiger noise? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you can handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she just wanted to jump into a river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life, jumping into the rapids of the river. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. Imagine being a 14-year-old. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Wait, that's simply ridiculous. What? She's... What is her deal? Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. So, what's wild here? Yes, a 14-year-old girl, like, daughter in a rich jewelry business family, right? She could have basically whatever she wanted. Well, she probably could. We don't actually know anything about their parents. But, like, her family is fabulously wealthy. If she wanted, like, you know, the fanciest stuff, where's she gonna find a buyer for that? Honestly, good question, actually. I don't think she really thought that through, to be perfectly honest. Because, again, she's 14 when this happened. Maybe she thought her family name was stupid. No, actually, I don't think that's it. No, because, like, she wanted the money more than anything else here. So, like, also, like, keep in mind that this 14-year-old girl basically steals a $2 million diamond, starts tying up loose ends by accusing one of kidnapping and murder, taking out the second one, because, you know, two can keep a secret if one of them is dead. And, well, that's basically how she planned on taking care of the other two. Make sure they couldn't talk. So she's got this diamond, and then, for whatever reason, she goes and she poisons Armando. And then she goes and tries to... And then she goes and kills the guy she got the poison from, and tries to get Nick killed for murder. What is up with her? Dahlia, why are you like this? Oh, so women can't have hobbies anymore. Fair. I respect it. I respect it. Oh no. Taper, please. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Yes. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? Yes. But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping? Yes. Precisely. I'm sure it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister Valerie Hawthorne. Edgeworth is going to lose his mind. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ma'am? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness, is that you? You amuse me, woman. My god, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally. Ooh, do we have any evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. At 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Oh, well, and one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that... well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey, are you stupid or something? My god! How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me. There's nothing I can do about it. Huh. Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando. Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yeah, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Oh no. Are we calling our clients?
Take that!
Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. I don't like that he just rolled over. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? Mr. Amarillo, maybe you could speak up sooner. Yeah. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive. And you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago at Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised. She promised never ever betray each other. Terry? Dahlia! It's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth, the real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Dahlia. Oh, she's nasty! I don't like her. I mean, well, I already didn't like her, but my God. Ma'am. Ma'am. The audacity. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please. Water. Can't talk, need water. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and better than hell itself. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. Mr. Falls, if you could tell the truth, we will get you a rabbit you can pet. No! Would no. Sir. Oh my God. My God. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her.
Objection!
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You can, I think. choice in prison tats, by the way. Just stars. Just, you know, perfectly even. All connected. Alright. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. We certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining, already dark too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls? Eagle Mountain, that spot, strong memories. I think it's supposed to be barbed wire. Maybe. Why did he just clamp up? Could it be he's hiding something here? You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye. You were watching the car? That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody came from there. So I was watching car. What else were you expecting him to do? I suppose that's the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling, a contradiction. I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, nobody came, no car, nothing. Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lie, it's the truth. It was Valerie, I remembered her face. Wait a minute. If you had remembered her face... What kind of shrine? Probably Shinto, if I had to guess. Then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Is Maya involved in this? No. Absolutely not. I don't think so. Sorry, I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different, it was Valerie. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls? Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied, got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with the answer, witness? Dahlia died, it was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did? Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet... No, absolutely not dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on bridge, nothing left to live for. My god. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset that day was at 5 o'clock. It would have been pretty dark. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for murder, you'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He's probably going to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. Alright, she wasn't there on bridge. I never put nobody in that car. He said I never. You were watching the car? Let's see. That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody came from there, so I was watching car. I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge. Okay, well... Actually, you know what? Before we go and do something stupid... Alright, so then let's try... Just to double check. That's not what I was looking for. Good thing I double checked. There we go.
Objection!
This evidence... Okay, fine. Okay, let's see. So let's see. Bridge. Okay. That's true. We only have one car at the mountain, right? So how did Valerie get up there if she drove? Like, where is her car? How did Dahlia get there? For that matter, actually. Let's see. Let's see. That day, 4 p.m. What did he say about this again? According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining, already dark too. You waited on that bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls? You call him out on that spot. Strong memories. Why didn't he just clam up? Could it be that he's hiding something? But I mean, this contradicts. Like, why did you go at 4? Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. So... So, the meeting was at 4:30. He claims to have been there at 4. Watching the car the entire time. Now... let's see, we don't really have that much to work with, which is like what makes this painful. Let's see, so... I mean, he's more or less in front of the bridge, right? You can watch the bridge from here. I mean, the car from here. Let's see. Warned by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. I mean, it's clear that the... like, it's clear that the murder... well, I'm inclined to think that the murder did not actually happen on the bridge. Or at least... somewhere not muddy. Let's see. Confidential note. Falls 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear a white scarf. Talk to Dahlia. I stopped the car. I was in front of bridge. Wait, what should I... did he? I wonder if he turned around. Let's see. She wasn't there, so I waited on bridge. Alright. Quite early, so you waited on the bridge. Yeah, I like waiting. I'm used to it. I watched my car from the bridge. One woman came. She stood in front of me. Wait, so... now, if he was watching his car, he would have been facing towards the parking lot, correct? So, he would have been facing that way. Right? This way? So let's... I watched my car from the bridge. Here, let's try... witness photo. There we go. Found it. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge, you're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? Aw, we made him cry. Oh? I want to know who arrived at the bridge first. Oh, you want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? When did he get a necklace? Has he always had that? Where did he get... Sir, where did you get this? It has just appeared. 5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. It's the stupid bottle locket. I hate everything. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento. It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. Indeed, there certainly was enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh, Mr. Falls? That's enough, please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Did he just... I was stupid, couldn't keep promise, so I drank the... Well, we didn't lose, but we didn't win either. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Baby kill again, kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Mr. Falls. Oh. And so my first trial, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. Well, that's how you win an impossible case, I guess. Yeah, no, that's the only way it could, not if you ask old Edgy. Yeah, but this isn't old Edgy, this is young Edgy. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Holy... Sir! The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Sir, you are literally bleeding into your shirt. Mr. Armando. No wonder he wears red. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. But what I want to know is why he's in the hospital. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. But we actually got Delilah that time, which is, you know, very, very solid. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Oh no. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all of this. Good lord. Oh lord. A brand new episode has been added! Dun da da da! Oh no. It's the sword I can't pronounce. Not again. Alright, y'all, it's time to try catching a thumbnail. First try. There we go. Got it. The treasured Korean village heirloom whose name means 7-branched sword. Amazing. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Amazing. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end. One merciless point. Oh, that's cool. All the cases reflecting in the sword. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed. The illusion is revealed and the implicability of fate is finally laid bare. Who's this? Why do I feel like I should know who that is? Like, why do I feel like I should know who that is? February 6th, 9:48 a.m., Wright and Co. Law Offices. Maya, what did you do now? I know, right? Hey, Nick. Yeah, what is it? You know how I've got spiritual powers unlike you? Sure. You are a spirit medium after all. Medium. But just like you, if I don't keep my powers sharp, they get dull, right? I guess so, yeah. Glad you agree. Okay, Pearl. You're up. Pearl? So, that's why we need to go on a special spiritual hotspot tour, Mr. Nick. Huh? I'm lost. What's this magazine you're shoving in my face? It's the New Year's issue of Occult Winter Spiritual Location Special. Oh, Pearl looks so happy. Maximize your spiritual powers with just one night of intensive training. Oh, it sounds too good to be true. I'll say. It sounds more like a scam to me. It's at a spiritual retreat called Hazakura Temple. It's way up in the mountains, and I bet it's nice and cold. It's just perfect for training. Now, I definitely don't want to go. You know, I think I've heard of this temple before. It's a famous channeling dojo. It's hard for even real spirit mediums like us to make reservations up there. Reservations? For a temple? Are you serious? Don't worry, I've already made special reservations just for us. Pearl, you're like What are you doing making reservations? And with whose credit card? Is this the shrine? I hope not. Pearl, how old are you? You're still 9! What is wrong with you? Also, hi, Mia. Oh my god, it's been 2 years? Jeez. Yeah! And I signed up for the special course. That's nice, and the timing couldn't be better. Since we don't have a case right now anyway. Alrighty then, it's settled. Well, come on, don't just stand there. Start packing your stuff. Yeah, Mr. Nick, you'd better start packing your stuff. Huh? Me? Why do I have to go? Well, we have to be accompanied by... Well, we have to be accompanied by someone over 20 years old. Hey, I don't have anything to do with spirit power. The only thing I can channel is a TV. So, is there a heated pool at the Hazakura temple? No, but you can't stand under a freezing waterfall. Sorry, but I think I'll pass. I hate cold places. What? No way! How can you be so selfish? Come on, Mr. Nick, look at this place. Doesn't it look beautiful? Nope. Not going. I'm gonna be nice and toasty at home. What the? What is it, Mr. Nick? Let me see that magazine. Oh my god! What is she doing there? What is she doing there? This nun. Is she a friend of yours or something, Nick? What is she doing there? Isn't she supposed to be in prison? Jump scare, I know, right? Genuinely. But it can't be. She's supposed to be in prison. Exactly. Mr. Nick, I'll go. Huh? Hazakura Temple. I said I'll go. Yay! Isn't that great, Pearl? These two are so oblivious. I love them. Oh my god. Yes, oh thank you, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mystic Maya, right? Even walk over burning coals, right? Oh, cult New Year's issue we received from Pearl. Thanks. Thanks. That's not why. Talia Hawthorne. What are you doing out of prison? I knew there was no way she could possibly be at that temple, but I just had to see for myself who this nun really was. Oh, it's absolutely Dahlia. Oh no. Ma'am, how did you get out of prison? How did you get out of prison? It's so cold here, Nick. Maybe you should put on something warmer for a change. Well, it's supposed to be cold. It's training. Achoo. Her teeth are chattering so loudly, it's all I can do to make out what she's saying. Wow, Mystic Maya, so this is the famous Hazakura Temple. Pearl, achoo. Well. How nice to see you here. Welcome to our temple. Oh, thank you. Achoo. Oh my. Thank you for coming all this way. Come now. You must have been cold. What's with the past tense? We're freezing into even popsicles. Well, we are high up in the mountains after all. In any case, we shouldn't speak here. Please follow me inside. Thank you. Oh, yes. I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm the head nun here at the temple. My name is Bikini. Okay. That's right. Actually, that's my temple name. What do you think? It's a tradition to have one, and I wanted something that has a nice image to it. So I thought, why not choose a bikini? Besides, it makes me seem younger. Oh no. It certainly does. Oh, I signed up for your special course. Well, my, quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those who you channel. Reckless. Wahaha. Maybe you should take it easy tonight, Mystic Maya. We can come back another day. But you went through all that trouble to get reservations for— Yes, that's right. You've come all this way, so please enjoy yourselves. There's still time before supper, so why don't you have a look around? I don't like this. I don't like any of this. So, what's a channeling dojo anyway? Oh my, you don't even know that! Forgive him, sister. Well, just call me Bikini and forget that sister part. A channeling dojo is basically a spiritual power training ground. We have special holy items prepared here to help people boost their spiritual power. Holy items. If you train an entire evening surrounded by these items, it's quite mysterious. The spiritual power of these items seems to envelop you. Wow, she must have just gone off the trolley from the land of make-believe. Amazing. So what exactly is the special course? You must be incredibly devoted to be interested in that at such a young age. It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant a spell. 30,000 times, all while being showered in freezing cold spirit water. It's February now, right? You have to be careful this time of year. If you don't watch it, you will catch pneumonia or maybe even die of hypothermia. So be careful, you hear? Amazing. How am I supposed to be careful? Oh no, I knew I shouldn't have signed Mystic Maya up for this. Amazing. Sister, about this picture. Well, look at that. I must say I look rather divine here, don't you think? Oh, yeah, unforgettable in every way. You mean it? Oh, I knew it. Amazing. The makeup was pretty tough, but Iris helped me out. Iris? The cute little girl in the photo. She looks just like me, doesn't she? We're just a small temple here, so she and I run the entire place. Really? That kind of sounds like... Sorry to cut in, but this Iris, where is she right now? Oh, just listen to you. You haven't come all the way up here just to find a girlfriend, have you? No, that's not what I had in mind at all. Anyway, Iris is in the inner temple preparing for this evening. Inner temple? Yes, that's right. Iris will be back this evening. Why don't you go have a look at the main hall for now? So she's in the inner temple, huh? Well, I don't see how this could possibly go wrong. What do you think, Nick? Pretty awesome gate, huh? It sure is. It looks pretty well maintained, too. This thing kind of puts your hometown to shame, Maya. Yeah, well, a lot of things have happened in Korean Village. We used to be a lot richer back when people hired us to perform channelings. Oh, I see. But now the place looks a bit run down. I guess I was just born in the wrong time. Oh, look, it's one of those snow motorcycle things. Most people call that a snowmobile, you know. Snow motorcycle things. Snowblowmobile, same thing. Too bad we didn't invite Desiree. I bet she could race like the wind on this snowmobile. Or maybe you should give me a ride on this blow snowmobile. Oh my god, I told you it's a snowmobile. My god. Oh look, it's a cute little bell tower. Absolutely love the sound of a giant bell. Oh, so which do you like better, that or the sound of money? Sorry, but I'll take money for the win, Nick. What are you apologizing for? Amazing. That looks like the main hall where we'll be staying tonight. From here, it looks like one of those ice hotels you always hear about. They gotta have a heater or something in there, don't you? Don't you think I don't want to die? I'm not worried. I brought my hot water bottle. Did you bring one for me? What are you talking about, Nick? Who carries around 2 hot water bottles? If the cold doesn't kill me, the Ice Queen over here will finish the job. My god. Alright, cool. Nothing here. Alright. And yeah, we have nothing really worth doing. So let's... I'm sorry, why is there a suspension bridge? Did I see the name of that bridge correctly? Did I see the name of that bridge correctly? I hate everything. I hate everything. Also, how big is this? How big is this world? How is there everything within 2 hours of LA? How? How? Especially since 2 hours of LA could be like a 10-minute drive if it wasn't for traffic. How? Okay. Wow, look at this broken down old bridge, Nick. Yeah, and look at that big canyon below us. Hey, there's a river down there. It looks like it's flowing real fast. What's wrong, Nick? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm just not very good with heights. Oh. Hey, I've got it. Maybe you should face your fear and try hurling yourself off the edge. You know, 1, 2, 3, jump. It might be just what you need to get over your fear of heights. Yeah, death is a real good way to overcome phobias, alright? Anyway, it sure looks like a rickety bridge. Can't argue there. That's probably why it's called Dusty Bridge. You did it again, Maya. It says Dusky Bridge. Oh, hey, Wood! Guess where we are? I hate everything! I hate absolutely everything. Of course. Dahlia's back. Dusky Bridge is back. The stupid mountain's back. It's all back. I hate everything. Also, I love how this doesn't look etched. It looks like it was printed onto it. It's wonderful. Some letters are engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Oh my god, she can't spell, she can't read. Come on, Nick, take a look at that bridge and tell me it's not supposed to be dusty. This sign is obviously wrong and I'm gonna fix it. Now give me a pencil, Nick. Do I look like a pencil holder to you? Come on, Nick. Why don't we hop across the bridge? It'll be fun. I'm not so sure. It looks like a bunny hopping across the bridge would destroy it. Okay, Nick, then let's try it. Try to find a cute little fluffy bunny and test your theory. That right there sums up the fundamental difference between sane and insane. Footprints. Onto and off of the bridge. I hate everything. I can't believe there's a public phone here. Who would ever use it? The people who live here, I guess? I doubt they have any real phones here. Yeah, but it took like 20 minutes to walk here from the main hall. It would have been smarter of them to build the main hall here, don't you think? Maybe you should work on channeling someone who makes logical sense, Maya. My god! That was savage. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. The sign here is so old the text seems to have vanished. The path leads to a wooden staircase that goes down to the bottom of the canyon. Okay, I'll write wooden staircase on it then. Do you really think that it's necessary? You'd have to be blind not to see the stairs. Well, it can't hurt. Pass me a pencil, okay? Graffiti is a crime, Maya. Also, it like clearly says something. I hate everything. Do 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 do. Oh, that's sick. The green kidney pain. The main hall. I think it's even colder in here. Achoo. Ah, Mr. Nick, do you smell that? It smells like meat and gravy. Yeah, you're right. I guess it's pyros for tonight. Yum. Weird. I thought they would serve something a little more, well, traditional. What are you talking about, Nick? You think monks and nuns just sit around eating rice gruel all the time? Mystic Maya is right. Oh, I hope there's mashed potatoes too. I love mashed potatoes. What a cute little acolyte. Who are you, and am I supposed to hate you? Greetings to all of you. Oh, hi? Wow, this lady makes Maya look like a 6.8 out of 10 on the weirdest scale. Your outfit, did you come here for the special course too? Unfortunately, no. Actually, I'm... You're Miss Elise Stoneman. I don't actually... Why is the last name French? You know what? We're just going to call her Elise, because I don't know how to say her last name. Yes, that's right. You know of me. My name is Pearl Faye. I'm your biggest fan. Who is she, Nick? I see it now. Sorry, a fortune teller. I've got all your books. What a sweet thing to say. And please call me Elise. Books? Mr. Nick, don't you know anything? Don't you even know who this is? Well, an author maybe? Yes, and an illustrator of picture books. Picture books, huh? Oh, now I get it. I'm sorry, I didn't know who you are. I don't get a lot of chances to really enjoy picture books. It's alright, I take no offense to that. My books are nothing but simple stories for children. And really beautiful pictures too, Miss Elise. Your books always make me feel as if my heart has been purified. Amazing. She's 9. It makes me feel very happy to hear you say that. I do have to admit, she certainly seems like a kind, sensitive lady. Oh, she's dying. Miss Elise won an award last year for her book, The Magic Bottle. Yes, a friend of mine secretly submitted a story I had written to a publisher. They liked it so much that they asked if I was alright to make it into a book. And she could already read better than Maya. Yup! And she's also apparently able to pronounce French, which is frightening. Also, what is this shape? So it swoops and, like, flips backward? Wild. Wow, it must have been a really great story. Maybe I should try to write a children's book too. If I do, you can secretly send it to a publisher for me, Nick. Recently, I've accepted a sort of apprentice, you might say. An apprentice. He calls himself Lord. Lors. Absolutely. How do you even say? Loris? I believe he's off doing some landscape sketches now. On Loris's behalf as well, I'd like to thank you for your support. Of course, Miss Elise, anything for you. Yeah, why are you here? Why did you come to Hazakura Temple, Miss Elise? Are you here to do some spiritual training? No, that's not it. I'm actually here to gather materials for a new book I'm working on. Wow, I can't wait to read it. Pearl is completely taken with her. I wanted to do a book with a more Japanese feel to it this time. So is that why you're dressed like you are? The children have a certain image of me in their minds. I don't want to disappoint them. What can I say? She's a really sweet lady. Wow, Miss Elise, you're dressed up like a mountain nun. Yes, the good people here were kind enough to let me borrow this. I'm wearing training clothes underneath my robe as well. How about stuff like that? You like the crystal sphere? It's real amethyst, you know. Of course it is. Maybe we'll find one like that up here on this mountain. Good luck, Nick. I know you'll find me one. Well, you'll have to excuse me now. I have to go help with the dinner preparations. Wow, you mean you're cooking dinner tonight? That's right. Would you like to help too, Pearl? It is going to suck when Maya is framed for her murder by Dahlia. Yeah. Also, glad to see I'm not the only one who calls Dahlia Delilah. Yes, I want to help with whatever I can. Pearl looks like she just won the lottery. Oh, I'll help too then. No, it's fine. Please don't worry about it. Feel free to relax and explore the area with your friend. Huh? But... Oh, yes. Please take this. I think it will be of help to you. Is it a map? It's a map of the area. We wouldn't want you to get lost now, would we? The inner temple, therefore... There it is, on the other side of the bridge. I just go for whatever spell check thinks is closest. You know what? Fair. Fair. Well, if you insist, I guess we'll take this chance to go check out the other temple. Okay, I'll see you two later then. Remember, you're not allowed to fight. Come on, Nick, let's go. At least we'll stay warm if we keep moving. I hate everything. Also, they fixed the bridge. Not again. Not this stupid place and this stupid river with this stupid bridge. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dahlia, I swear to God, why? 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 What is your obsession with this mountain? What is your obsession with this mountain? Why does everything keep coming back here? And why does everything keep coming back to you? Ma'am, what? I need to know. I need to know what her deal is. Because you can't begin to tell me that $2 million is all she wants. What is her problem? What is her deal? I need to know. I need answers. I hate everything. Oh, hey, look, it's that little shrine that no one cares about over here. Edgeworth. I hate everything. But yeah, also they fixed the bridge. Basic. There are Zabuton cushions arranged around a hibachi freezer. I haven't seen a layout like this since I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. If it wasn't for this hibachi, they'd probably freeze to death. Fair. It's an altar. It looks a bit old, but someone does a good job taking care of it. Speaking of altars, I remember seeing one like this in Korean Village last year. I guess I really do have something to do with spiritual power after all. I would hope so! It's a sack of Shaw's Zabuton cushions. Maya told me this type of Zabuton is called Enza. I suppose if I'd never come here, I'd have missed out on all these new things. Amazing. I bet the writing on these sliding doors are instructions for spirit channeling. Kind of like how we scribbled math formulas on the bathroom walls to remember them. Except we couldn't go to the bathroom during tests, and I can't read these walls. Amazing. The bean. There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with the tiny Magatama I've got, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under his hood. Nick, no. Nick, no. I don't blame you, but sir, that's not how this works. Huh? Where did Sister Bikini go? I guess she went to the inner temple to go help that other nun out. Oh, right. I think her name is Iris? Yeah, that was it. I want to find out who Iris really is, but I'm scared of what I'll find. I mean, I hate to break it to you, but I'm pretty sure we know exactly who she is. Whoa! That bridge was shaking like jello in an earthquake. I like that they barely bother trying to explain why everything in California is so Japanese. Honestly, it's one of those don't worry about it. And also, honestly, I don't think they have to. Because when, like, California was huge for Japanese immigration back in the day. Like, actually, Japan, I want to say Korea as well. Like, California has had so many, like, Japanese and Mexican immigrants, like, just throughout history coming that way. I am not surprised in the slightest that they just went, you know what, let's just throw a, let's just leave everything and just claim it's somewhere around LA. Because it just works. They never expected to get past the first game. I mean, also fair. But, like, honestly, there's enough Japanese influence in California that you can just be like, bam, yeah, sure. This is outside LA. Seems legit. Makes sense. Like, genuinely makes sense. Like, from, like, a historical perspective. Because, like, yeah, if you're immigrating to North America from, Asia, just in general, where are you gonna hit first? California? Ish. Depends on, like, how far north you go, but you're gonna hit, like, California, Washington, Oregon, Canada, Alaska. I've been to so many Japanese tea gardens as I have Dutch windmills in California. Exactly. Like, that's why I'm not surprised in the slightest that they just kind of never bothered trying to explain it, because it just makes sense. Like, it's not strange, at least to me. It would be nice if I didn't, like, minimize the game. There we go. And at least half of the wood on that rickety bridge was rotting, I bet. Not to mention the last part only had, like, one board left on it. What's wrong with you? Your face is all green. Can you not pick on me for a second? I'm still trying to get over the shock that we made it safely across that death trap. Yeah, I guess I'm a bit surprised too. Yikes, that temple is in bad shape. It looks like it could collapse at any time. I guess people don't use it too often. Is this really where you're going to train tonight? That has to be it. It's kind of creepy around here, like a ghost might jump out at you or something. The spirit medium afraid of ghosts? Isn't it ironic, don't you think? Hey, a half-open gate. That's practically a welcome mat. Yeah, except the sign on here says no entry. Nick? Rules are made to be broken, you know. You expect a lawyer to go along with that? Oh, come on. You're such an old lady sometimes. Let's just go. Don't blame it on me when Sister Bikini puts a curse on you. Okay, now you've got me scared. Let's just forget about it, okay? Yes, good. Oh, is that the sign that says no entry? Amazing. He couldn't read the... Amazing. He couldn't read the sliding doors. The doors in the other temple. But he can read that. Amazing. Looks like there's something written on it. I can't read it, but if I had to take a good guess, I'd say it says Inner Temple. What's the point of a sign if you can't read it? Must be tough for the mailman what he's delivering here. I guess the sign is a good indication of how long this place has been here. Hey, yo. So that's the Inner Temple up ahead, huh? Looks kind of run down. Well, it wouldn't be very temple-like if it was all bright and shiny. So you're training here tonight, huh? Yep, then everyone will see my spiritual powers. Sounds like your stomach wants to show off its digestive powers instead. Amazing. I wonder if that roast is ready yet. Just making sure. Okay. Alright, so that is everything. Training hall. Man, look at this place. It's just a tiny freezing cold room. So this is where you'll both be training, huh? Huh? What do you mean both? I'm the only one. Really? But I thought Pearl's just a little kid. She couldn't handle this kind of intense training. So says the girl who I can barely hear over her teeth chattering. Anyway, the real training room must be behind that door over there. Yep, definitely getting the feeling it's back there. Even I can sense that there's something supernatural about the cavern behind that door. Excuse me, but who are you? Ah! Hi there! We're just looking around since we're going to be staying here tonight. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. I wonder why she's spaced out like that, don't you, Nick? Did you say something, Maya? Not you too, Nick. My name is Iris. I'm one of the nuns here at this temple. Well, she's got brown hair. She could be Dahlia, but also she could be the one who gets murdered. One of the nuns here at this temple, because the murder splat had long, kind of brownish looking hair, or at least dark hair. I'm Maya Faye. It's a pleasure to meet you. The pleasure is mine. Oh, please excuse me. I have some chores to attend to. She sure is beautiful and a bit spacey, I guess. I guess she's just not used to talking with urban sophisticates like us. Nick, that girl, it can't be, but... No, I see what I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Nick. I'm not entirely sure I follow, judging from what we can see of her hair, but... I mean, if it's Dahlia, Dahlia could very well just dye it, but at the same time, she doesn't seem like the kind, to be perfectly honest. She strikes me as someone who would rather get away with it with, well, like, you know exactly who she is. She doesn't seem the kind to hide, like, or at least she prefers to hide in plain sight, I guess. Is the vibe she gives me. Look at this antique dresser. I wonder if there's anything valuable inside. Let's have a look. Nothing. Just a bunch of clothes. Hey, Nick. Huh, Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Oh, about Iris, I bet it looks like you've been bitten by the love bug, Nick. That's not what I would call it, but okay. The actual training area must be on the other side of this door. I wonder what it's like. Wait, it's locked. Come on, Nick. You know you want to open it for me. I can't. You've been in kind of a bad mood lately, haven't you, Nick? Safari, I know what it is. IRIS. Iris and Nick sitting in a tree. KISSING. Oh my god, Nick puts up with so much. There are a bunch of fussy looking blankets and bedding sets piled up here. I wonder why they're even here in the first place. It's because all spiritual training is done under the supervision of a nun. I wonder if Sister Bikini is planning to sleep in here while I train. But if they sleep, what's the point in having them here in the first place? A hanging scroll. Ah! What is it? Why did you scream like that? This scroll. It's my mother. What? Amazing. Aw, she's pretty. It's Misty Faye, the master of the Crane School Channeling. Are you sure? Yes. That crest at the top of the scroll? That's the special mark of the master of our tradition. Okay, so a Magatama surrounded... Actually, so what I'm hearing is that it's a kraken made out of a Magatama and some tentacles. Okay. What is this? Nothing. It's just that I last saw her over 15 years ago. If it wasn't for that crest, I wouldn't have even known it was her. My own mother, and I can't even recognize her face. Maya. Aww. It's a hanging wall scroll showing Maya's mother, Misty Faye. It's not that old. That crest at the top is the official mark of the master. I wonder if this temple has some sort of connection to the Faye family. I think it does, actually. Supposedly, it was founded by a branch family member of the Crane School. I'll have to ask Bikini in more detail when I get the chance. About Maya and the Faye family in general. Well, I think that's everything we're going to get there. So let's get out of here. Whew! We made it back to cross Dusky Bridge. Nick, you look green. Are you feeling alright? Hey, what's wrong with you? Ever since we met Sister Iris at the training hall, you've been really quiet. Huh, sorry. Hey, you, wait up! You think he's yelling at us? He must be. There's no one else around. Would you mind moving? You're standing right in my way. Oh my god. Larry, what are you doing here? No! Hey, I know you! You're... Whoa, sorry, gotta run. See ya. Hey, wait a minute! What's Larry doing here? Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Loris. Liar, you're Larry. Your clothes may change, but you're still the butts. Shut up. I'm Loris. And I'm just here to do a sketch of Dusky Bridge. So it really is our Larry, now that I get why he's pretending to be someone else. Oh my god. So what are you doing with that last name? Well, I wanted to start over again with a clean slate. A clean slate. You remember, don't you, last time? Oh yeah, the mask case. After that, I started to realize I didn't like this guy known as Larry Butts. And that's when I came across it, the Book of Destiny. The Book of Destiny? Do you mean the magic bottle by Elise? It was so beautiful, so moving, so gentle. My heart felt cleansed. I was saved. Maybe I should buy a copy of the magic bottle. Wow, Larry would make a great book salesman. I really want to get that book now too. Oh my god. She's the most wonderful person I've ever met. I'd follow her anywhere. Well, she certainly is a very elegant lady. You see? Here's a photo I took of her in secret. Okay. You know what? Fair. That's actually a very tasteful photo. Coming from Larry, I'm actually surprised this is as tasteful as it is. I take it back. You want a copy, don't you? It's okay. I just happen to have made extra prints. Photo of Elise added to the core record. Thanks. Still, it's kind of hard to imagine you as a picture book illustrator. So tell the truth, you must have some kind of ulterior motive, right? What are you talking about? I don't trust anyone anymore, especially not women. Talk about a bad case of denial. Anyway, can you even draw well enough to make a picture book? Art isn't only about technical skill, you know. It's also about having a pure heart. And that's why I'm asking, can you draw well enough to make a whole book? Now that you mention it, I wonder. It looks like you still have some doubt in your heart. It's true, I do, but when I first saw her, I felt it. Something inside me ended, and something else began. Oh, Larry, it sounds like you've fallen in love with Elise. Amazing. No, you're wrong. It's not her, it's the other girl. Other girl? Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. Sir, no. Absolutely not. Whoa. Yeah, her, my little Iris? Absolutely not. She's really pretty. This girl, she's perfect. She's exactly my type. I wonder if she would model for me. I want to draw a portrait of her. Larry's dating Dolores because there are 5 people in this universe? Yeah. Yeah, you always liked those model types, didn't you, Larry? Hey, wait a sec. Didn't you say you were swearing off women? Huh? Yeah, that's right. Of course I have. I have basically, but Iris is different. I feel it. I feel like I still have one chance left at that dream. This guy will never change. Everyone. Hey, Pearl. Dinner preparations are complete. Please come quickly to the main hall. All right, I can't wait to dig in, Pearl. I'm going to go to the inner temple and call Sister Iris. I also want to have a look at where Mystic Maya is going to be training. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you sure it's alright to eat that much before your training? Well, this kind of training is a battle of endurance. Mystic Maya, please don't do anything that might put your health at risk. No pain, no gain, I guess. I'm still worried about you. Well, let's not dilly-dally, shilly-shally. You must get ready for tonight. Good luck, Maya. Alright, here I go. I'll see you all tomorrow, I guess. Iris, please ring the bell at 10 o'clock for lights out, alright? Yeah, Sister Bikini. And then, after you ring the bell, I want you to come join us at the training hall. I understand, Sister Bikini. Maya and Bikini really seem excited about this training thing tonight. Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? Well, if you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to. I'm not very good at reading. Well then, would you like to practice reading with me? I'd love to. Pearl is absolutely smitten with Elise. So, Larry, what are you going to do? Huh? Me? Well, I'm just gonna hang out in my room. I can't stand the cold at all. I totally hear you there. Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this? It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Oh, okay, and what about this word? That's another tough one. It says roast. What kind of book is she reading anyway? Well, I'm going to wash up. I'm going to go wash the dishes and help clean up. I'll go visit you when I'm done, Miss Elise. Amazing. Well, not much to do except to head to my room and huddle under the covers, I guess. Oh, it's a whole different type of cold up here in the mountains. Why couldn't the nearest bathroom be just a little closer to my room? Mr. Wright? Yeah! Oh, Miss Elise, are you going to use the bathroom too? No, but have you seen Pearl? No, not since after dinner. I thought she said she was going to go to your room. I know, but she never showed up. I'm going to go look for her, excuse me. They wouldn't kill a small child, would they? A woman is mysterious in origin as her last name. But the really mysterious one is... Oh! Sister Iris. Good evening. The really mysterious one is this girl. Are you on your way to the bathroom too, Mr. Wright? I can't let this chance pass by me. I should try to talk to her and maybe get some answers. Don't you dare. She dyed her hair. I hate everything. How does she know his name? Good question. So when did you come to Hazakura Temple? Well, actually, you know what? I think they all wound up introduced over dinner, cause Elise also knows who Maya is, and like obviously, like, you know, they've all gotten to know Pearl. I don't remember. Ever since I was a small child, the temple has been my home. So you've never left? Well, I don't have any family left to take care of me. Sister Bikini, I've come to think of her as my real mother, as it were. I see. But didn't you go to college? And maybe enroll in the Ivy University Literature Department? No, I've never had any interest. My training is all the education I need. I see. But once in a while, when I get the chance, I make a trip to the nearby town. I can use a computer and a cell phone, too. Very subtle, Nick. I know, right? That's not exactly something worth bragging about. But I don't see any cyclones, so I guess that means she's not lying. Please don't stare at me like that. What kind of place is this, anyway? I heard it's for training to increase your spiritual power or something like that. It must seem awfully crazy to normal people like you. Well, I have to admit it is a whole different world up here. I'm glad to hear you say that. Huh? Talking with dead people, who doesn't help anyway? I hate it. Really? So then why stay in a place like this? Is something wrong? I didn't realize it was so late. I have to go and ring the bell for lights out. I guess it's almost 10 o'clock now, huh? Mr. Wright? Yeah? If it's alright with you, I would like you to have this. But this is your hood. It has the power to protect you from evil spirits. Come to think of him, Sister Bikini was wearing one of these too. I pray for your safety on this dark, cold night. Thank you. I'm sorry, but I must bid you good night. Wait a minute, Sister Iris. Yes? Just now you called me by my name. You said Mr. Wright. How did you know my name? I never introduced myself to you. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take it back. I take it back. That's... Sister Iris, please tell me the truth. You and I, have we ever met before? He passed the perception check. No, the insight check. He passed the insight check. I, of course, failed. Of course. Iris? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Perhaps we can speak again tomorrow. Okay, so either she's dying with 5 or she's Delilah. Dahlia. I hate everything. I hate everything. So my hunch was correct. She does know me. I'll have to try to talk with her again tomorrow. I like how they got progressively shorter until... What the... That blood-curdling scream came from the courtyard. February 7th, 11:06 p.m. Hazakura Temple courtyard. That scream, I'm sure it came from around here. Someone's there on the ground. Oh, no, Eddie's! The cool author Squish? I just stepped on something soft. Hey, don't step on my tummy. What are you doing here? I was passed out, what do you think? So that blocker, forget about that. Hurry up and call the police. Is there even a phone in the main hall? No, but we still get reception up here in the mountains. You must have a cell phone on you, right? Oh, you're useless. I mean, even Iris has a cell phone. We've got no choice. You'll have to use the public phone by Dusky Bridge. Hurry, 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 run as fast as you can. Gums, you get out here. Yes, ma'am. If you don't hurry, Iris will. Iris will. Iris will what? Iris will what? It's farther than I thought. The bridge is just up ahead. I have to go tell Maya what happened too. And the bridge is on fire, of course. What the heck happened? What are you doing here? Huh? What is it? Is it me? Don't scare me like that, Larry. I almost had a heart attack. My name isn't Larry, it's Loris. Larry, hurry up and call the police. I'm going to the inner temple. Don't be stupid. The bridge is nothing but a burning wreck right now. Listen to me. There's been a murder here at Hazakura Temple. What? The murderer might have fled across the bridge. I have to make sure Maya is safe. Please call the police. I've got to go. Get out of my way, Larry. It's too dangerous, Nick. Wait. I must have been crazy. I knew how dangerous it was, but I still went for it. Nick! Okay, that explains why we're in the hospital. We can even more about the fire. The rickety old bridge plank snapped and gave way. And as I was swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded me, a final terrified scream rose up to pierce the frozen air of that harrowing night. Oh no. Oh no. Huh. Okay. What is going on? Date? Time? Shrug. Location? Ring, ring. Who could that be at this time of night? Beep. Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Loris! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... Wait, don't hang up, it's an emergency! It's Nick, he took a really nasty spill. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking, his life is in danger! What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck, he may already be dead! Larry, that is not the police! I know, right? Anyway, you've got to come back, you're the only one that can help! My beautiful Irish needs help! Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center, please hurry! Wait, why is he at the detention center? I'm so confused! What? It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion as if I expected anything to change. Oh, Lord. Wait, do we get Defense Attorney Edgeworth? Yo? Oh, that would be sick. You're late, Edgy. What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Sir? Say something edgy. Okay, so... Elise is dead. Before I came here, I stopped by the Wright and paid Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Elise. She was found by Wright in the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Okay. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. I'm impressed that's all he needs. Yeah, that's right, you got it. But they arrested her, my sweet little Iris. And here I was convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these two items are for. What are you talking about? They're things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other, he couldn't be possibly asking. Defense Attorney Edgeworth, let's go. He couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he? I'm begging you, Iris's trial starts tomorrow. With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left. You're the only one that can represent her. I'm sorry, what did you just say? You know, represent, defend. What were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid. I graduated from junior high, you know. Don't worry about it. I promise I won't tell. But I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before. How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? I love how even Edgeworth is like, what has the world come to? Also, I hate you, Larry. Fair. To be fair, who doesn't? Please, Edgy. At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story. So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Yes. I need defense attorney Edgeworth. This is where he belongs. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder. Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Loris said that he might even die. Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron. How could you say something like that? Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, just gonna get to Edgeworth's brain like this? Oh, the inner monologue is going to be, chef's kiss. He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed. I'm actually just impressed that they actually fished him out of the river, considering Eagle River is like, most people don't reappear again. My god, thank goodness. But he's caught some kind of nasty cold. Cold? He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Oh my god, Edgeworth is going to realize too. Pardon me, Iris, I would like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before. It might be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple. Hazakura Temple, what's that? It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power. Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well? No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them. In that case, what are you doing at that temple then? I've committed some sins that I need to pay for. Iris would have gotten away with it too if there were more than 5 people in this universe. Yeah. If there were more than 5 people and 2 of them weren't lawyers. That's why I'm here and why I continue to train to purify my soul. I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime. All right. I helped to clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10. Bell. We ring it at the same time each night. I see. And then? And then... I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room. Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to? I was frightened. Frightened? So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened. There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder. Yes. However, you didn't go because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? Oh, Edgeworth! What if... And now Edgeworth knows that Nick wasn't full of shit. Oh no, poor Edgeworth just gets thrown into the deep end. Oh no. Is there something wrong? I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about, the psycholocks. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. Oh my god. He has magical superpowers to win cases and I have facts and logic. Yeah. And the worst part is that the magical superpowers only put him ahead just enough for him to win. like, it's barely, like, it barely actually matters. So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night? I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed. Spiritual power? Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example. Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power. I'm sorry, sir. I'm a man of science, says the guy who just saw Cyclops appear out of nowhere, okay, sir? Wait until he figures out his assistant isn't dumb Maya, but Mia. Oh, yeah. Wait, you can't expect me to believe he's never noticed Maya turn into Mia mid-trial. You can't expect me to believe this. Yes, I understand. Most people don't. And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise? No. I'm not the one who took her life. Those psycholock things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying. What's wrong? I can't believe what I'm thinking. Let's be honest, he is a Von Karma protege. He probably is a bit racist. I mean, sure, but I'm not sure where I see where you're going with that. Considering, like, they're all white. Unless you're trying to claim that Mia and Maya are Japanese? Which, I mean, it would work. It would track. Because technically speaking, they're all probably actually Japanese. So, you know what? Fair? He probably considers them dumb hillbillies. Okay, there we go. Fair enough. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. Yeah, you hypocrite. It appears that's about all that you can tell me. Thank you very much for listening to my story. I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you. Me? Yes, at the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you. If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate to your capable hands. But before that, I have one question. Yes? Do you know Wright? Why would you ask that? Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange. Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you? He is a very dear and indispensable friend. Aww. Don't let him ever hear that, Edgeworth, because he will never let you live it down. Just to be clear, but that is very sweet. Get you a friend who will call you indispensable. Let's be real here. It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him. You deceived him. I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth. Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering, and until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him, tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, I promise. Do you... Wait. Mr. Wright, why does Edgeworth call you dear? And they were roommates. And they were roommates. Excuse me. Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. Do we really want an acquittal for Delilah? For Dahlia? I don't know how I feel about this. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. is actually a really cool picture, not gonna lie. Although, I just realized, why is her hair brown in this picture and her hair is like black? Yeah, like it's black here. And then brown here. Wait. Huh. That's weird. It sure is cold, all right. So this is at Dusky Bridge. Oh, wow. It's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Hi, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see. It's been about a year, or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Ow, ouch. And there's that sharp left jab. Anyway, I'm happy to see you. Anyway, Mr. Edgeworth, let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct? A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard. I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe. He's impossible to get rid of. I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was going to get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple. Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Bikini lady here on this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady, I mean decisive witness myself? Oh no. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yup, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross is how it goes, right? Or was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem, but someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training and now they're stuck there. Yeah, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh no, her again? You think Gumshoe's like, not again? Oh no. Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? And you didn't go and get her. Well, allegedly, no one can get over there because the air is turbulent and we can't build another bridge. Go figure. So how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? So who's this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. And you flew from an entirely different country. Yes. He flew from an entire different country just to go and see Nick in the hospital. And they were roommates. And they were roommates indeed. What kind of man is he? He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is. After all, you know who is right in the middle of it. You know who? And Gumshoe couldn't get Maya? Yup. Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godot has really got it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge. What would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something. None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godot myself. Oh, this is gonna be sick. Oh, you're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep. last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that, but according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. Huh. I see. This is a very detailed weather report, almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, we got that information from the witness's testimony. I like to imagine Godot has a dartboard with Nick's face on it in his office. Yeah, same. Sorry, I'll go ask whether the local cops are. Oh my god. All right, what can you tell me about this? Look, I'm just your everyday detective. Cool. That's not something to be proud of, detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay? Oh my god. Amazing. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background, we don't know anything really. That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know? She probably never expected to get so popular. Fair, I guess? So, what can you tell me about Godot? I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person. I gotta admit, he's puzzling all right. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand. He sounds like an interesting man. Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately. Amazing. What can you tell me about Iris? No, stop this. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing. Huh, I see. I can't just shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger. Oh my god, gumshoe. Detective, where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear it from anyone. It's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? I mean, sir, have you not seen your drip? I can absolutely see it. There's a lot we don't know about the victim. Ayo, Larry. Alright, he's supposed to be Miss Elise's apprentice or something. I see. Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me. That's nice. But he made me pay him 50 cents for it. I'm sorry about that. You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth. I really don't want to talk about him, that's why. Amazing. Alright, tell me about Nick. Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet, but you could say the exact same thing about him. Actually, you know what? I wonder. Oh, the footprints! There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall. A shack? It's like a run-down doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir. The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace. Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I'd call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Castles. That's not such a great name if you ask me. Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir. Amazing. So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross? Pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he'd survived the fall from up here. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he manages to win his cases in court blind luck. I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. Some letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut boulder. Dusky Bridge, it certainly is an appropriate name. You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong though, sir. You're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time. Ah, you're right, it's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake. Amazing. Hey, it's a public phone? You don't see a lot of these anymore. That's true. Since we've got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento? Well, sure, why not? Oh, darn it, I don't have a camera with me. I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera. I'll be right back, sir. What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? Wait, is Gumshoe our Maya now? Is Gumshoe our Maya? Imagine. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff. Yeah, it's gotta be around 100 yards or so. Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards. Well, I gotta admit, I'm not very good at judging distances. Same. It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. Amazing. I like how Edgeworth's like, I guess? Alright, we have nothing to talk to you about, so let us go to the main gate. Oh my god, yo, Edgy, what took so long? I'm so cold, my brain's turned to sherbet. I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country. What do you mean? Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual, and I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder. Hey, wait a sec, hold it, objection. What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth? It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and what kind of lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore. Dude, Edgy, I haven't seen you for a couple of years and your heart turns to sherbet. I'd say more like sorbet. It's rather cold here. Iris didn't murder her, someone else did. I just know it, okay? So trust me on this one. Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. Hi, Avatar, how are you? At least until I pass the baton to Wright, that is. Amazing. Alright, Edgy, what can you give us? About literally all of this. This gate looks quite old, strong enough to resist the weight of time. That's Mr. Edgeworth, I know. You've got a real flair for words, sir. I have always appreciated this kind of old timeless elegance. Oh my god, Edgy. My bro. Love you. That's exactly how I feel too. Take this coat, for example. It's like a fine wine, it gets better with age. Even fine wine turns to vinegar and begins to stink at some point. I suggest you wash that atrocious rag you call a coat, detective. Oh my god! Edgeworth. I suppose this type of thing is necessary up here in the mountains. How am I today? I'm doing pretty good. We actually accomplished the impossible, and we didn't lose an impossible case. I mean, granted, we didn't win, but we didn't lose either. And now we have defense attorney Edgeworth, which is like, honestly, it's so slick. Love it. Say, this just gave me a great idea. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. I've got an idea for a brand new invention. It might even make me rich. An invention? Yeah, a car that can travel on snow. I'll call it a snow car. So what do you think, sir? Would you go for a ride on something like that? Only after you take the first 1,000 test rides. Amazing. I can see a small bell tower from here. Hey, that just reminded me. There's something I've always wondered about. Something tells me he's going to tell me what's on his mind, whether I like it or not. We call a person who tells a liar, right? So why don't we call a person who rings a bell a beller? Or truer, for a guy who tells the truth. Oh man, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight. I had no idea he was such a deep thinker. Oh, the sarcasm, my god. That must be the main hall back there. A brilliant deduction, sir. Are you trying to flatter me, Detective Gumshoe? A brilliant use of suspense to build the tension, sir. According to Wright, the head nun has some important information. I can't miss the opportunity to speak with her. But first, we also need to talk to Larry. Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent? Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer. I was right after all. I should never have come back. Oh my god. No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest. If I had a penny for every time he said that, honestly, Edgeworth, you'd be fabulously wealthy. It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much. You know what I mean? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry. Oh, forget I forget it. I didn't say anything. Okay. Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry? What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Ah, it's all good. No, Nightbot, just automatically does it. Just to make sure, like, people are, like, spamming. But unfortunately, it's a little heavy-handed. So, if you get bonked for emote spam, odds are it probably wasn't too bad. Because, like I said, it's a little trigger-happy on that one. But I'm not entirely sure what the limit is on it, because I just left it at the defaults. And that was a while back. So I'll have to actually look at that, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can adjust that. Because, like, sending 3, like, laughing emojis is not exactly spam. Now, granted, I have actually had people spam. Like, I've had people send, like, 10, 15 emotes. Or, like, a whole bunch of emotes, like, back to back to back to back to back. So, like, to a point, it makes sense. But for, like, 3 laughing emotes in one message, it's not that spammy, Nightbot. You can relax. But yeah, no. Get lost. Go back on your charter jet. Get out of my sight, creep. Oh my god, Larry. I hope your plane crashes and you die. Larry, calm down. I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? Oh my god. As I suspected, Psycholux. I'm sorry, man. You know me, I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude. Iris and Iris. Oh my god. Sir, why are you like this? February 8th, Azakura Temple, main hall. Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling? Alright, I suppose. Huh? Who is this? My name is Miles Edgeworth. My, a handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. Man! If circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you have found her. Now what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nice... Absolutely not, ma'am. Mr. Edgeworth? This is the head nun's sister bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first, I wanted to hear what you know. The night of the crime. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. Okay. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 o'clock when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojos had none must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11 o'clock, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. Oh, hello. Huh. So why was she here if she was supposed to be over with Maya? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Ma'am, no. But for decidedly different reasons. Amazing. You get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Amazing. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11 o'clock. Ah, no, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart. Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie. I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword. What? Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris. You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. It'd be like if you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of a courtroom, and I happened to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Iris killed someone. OMG, I know, right? Dahlia killed someone? Shocker. Amazing. Unnatural? The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back. A bad lower back? Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple all alone. Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I'd better try to get some more details. So who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. You don't mean to tell me she's still doing that over at the inner temple to you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you. Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister. Maya has a little sister? Oh, you mean Pearl. That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl? I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elias after we'd finished with dinner cleanup, but I haven't seen her at all since last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she's with the victim? Oh, she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid creaky old back. A little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone? As they say, the plot thickens. You know what? He's actually not wrong. Like, that's one of the few smart things we ever get from him. Oh, it's a wormed cat box, but where are all the cats? Gumshoe, no! It's called a hibachi. It's for heating the room. Oh, look at all these ancient straw frisbees. Those are a type of zabuton cushions called Enza. Why are you giving me such a hard time, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Why? Because learning something new might actually be a good thing for you, detective. Oh my god. There's flowing script written everywhere on the walls. Man, I'd bet you'd have awful nightmares if you tried to sleep in here. This is our main hall, so it's protected by a variety of magic spells and charms. They're all designed to prevent evil forces from entering. So if I slept here, the Oogie Woogie Boogeyman wouldn't hunt me down for an eternity? Alright. So, how much is happening right now? Okay, so, kind of a lot. So, one second. So, she has been murdered. We don't actually know what her real name is. We don't even know how old she is. But she is the author of a picture book, and she has taken on Larry here as, like, an illustrator student. This is Iris. We assume she is actually this girl named Dahlia, who is kind of crazy. So Dahlia, when she was 14, staged her own kidnapping so she could get a $2 million raw diamond. And then she wound up she killed her own sister, managed to get the only other loose end on that staged kidnapping to kill themselves in the courtroom in front of everyone, using poison. She then used that same poison on the assistant defense attorney, Armando, allegedly killing him, but we believe, and by we, I mean, like, me and chats here, believe he might have actually come back as Godot, the prosecutor, who has appeared out of nowhere and has a very similar a wardrobe and also coffee habit. But basically, anyway, so Dahlia, now a junior, I think, in college, when she winds up in court again for the murder of a student at the university that she and Nick both went to. Yeah, so she wound up in court for that because turns out she murdered that pharmacology student because she was trying to silence him over the poison that she got him to take for her, which she then used on Armando. And she tried to blame Nick for it so that he would, you know, one, give her back the bottle that she used to hold the poison, and so he couldn't tell anyone about anything, you know, tie up that loose end. And now we think that she's here, as Iris here. But yeah, and then for this specific case, and this specific case only, she's dead, allegedly by her hands, using a very special sword with like 7 points on it. Maya is currently missing. We assume that she's trapped in the inner temple still, across a bridge that showed up in a previous case with Dahlia. In fact, the same bridge that she staged her kidnapping on and then went on to kill her own sister on. Because, you know, everything has to come back in circles. And her cousin is currently missing. Because why not? But yeah, no. So everything is kind of coming back. There's a Knives Out quote that probably would fit. The thing about Gravity's Rainbow. Actually, no, Gravity's Rainbow wouldn't fit here, I don't think. No, there's like a few Knives Out quotes that actually could fit. But I'm not going to spend the time Googling them. But yeah, no, so basically everything is just all coming together on this one case. And there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of like really random things coming into play here. And we get to all explore them as Edgeworth, who has been out of the country for at least a year. And Edgeworth's only encounters with Dahlia are like the first case, and maybe the first case where we were trying to accuse her of murdering her sister, and then a second case which is where we actually got her into prison for the murder of the pharmacology student, which is why we're a little concerned that she seems to be out of prison and in a temple on the top of a mountain where she killed her sister. Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and it's all kind of a mess. Okay, Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, it's perfectly okay to just smile and nod and just pretend that you're following any of that, because yeah, it's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. Does this guy think about anything other than eating and sleeping? No, he doesn't. There were more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Also, Gumshoe's feet are tired. He's done a lot of walking. To be fair, unless he drove up here, it's like a 2-hour. Well, it's like, let's see, it's a 2-hour drive from LA to the mountain. And then it's like at least a 30-minute walk up a mountain. Which probably takes even longer because of the snow. Luckily for him, we are on the side that actually has the road, so he can actually drive. But the other side of the mountains, forget about it. We need a bridge and or a helicopter. Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Oh my god, he is our Maya. He must have been fuming, probably. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah. What is it, Detective? This could be it. An ultra important clue. A super special clue. I suppose I should read it myself then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall, unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. Note to Iris added to the court record. Maybe she dropped it. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why, can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor, super duper prosecutor. Well, I suppose it takes a super duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. It's an altar with a giant Magatama enshrined on it. There are lots of candles lined up on it too. You know, I haven't had a birthday party for myself in a while. Maybe you should blow out those candles over there to make up for it. Mr. Edgeworth, would you mind singing happy birthday to me? Stop that, cut that out, please don't blow out the altar candles. Oh no! That thing sure casts a strong presence over the whole room. This is the Lesser Magatama. It's a precious heirloom containing a great many souls. Huh? This is lesser? What is the greater one like? The greater Magatama is displayed in the main room of Fey Manor. It was supposed to be shown at the Treasures of Korean exhibit, but it was so large that they couldn't bring it through the doors. Huh. Okay. Cool. Nothing here. Alright. What can you tell me about this? Do you know anything about this old crumpled up letter? Is that addressed to Iris? Yep, it clearly says to Iris on it. I can't believe it. That girl doesn't have any secrets from me. Ah, so Sister Bikini doesn't know anything about it. Okay. Love it, love it. Let's see. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Eagle Mountain. Why is it always Eagle Mountain? Alright, snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Huh. Yeah, lightning. Apparently it was thunder snow. Go figure. About this here. Well, no, thunder snow does happen. It's just not exactly, in order to see reality for what it truly is, we sure have to break our attachments to much of the transient material realm. I guess you could call me an immaterial girl. Oh. I guess she lives in an immaterial world, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, that joke was terrible. Oh my god. Oh no. No, absolutely not. But yeah, no, to go back to the lightning. So, thunder snow does happen. Like, every once in a blue moon. Like, I get thunder snow around here, but it's not common. Just in general. actually. Okay. But yeah, so Thunder Snow. Yeah, no. Thunder Snow is very rare. But it can happen. So let's see. Let's see. Also known as a winter thunderstorm or a thunder snow storm, is a thunderstorm in which snow falls as the primary precipitation instead of rain. Thank you, Wikipedia. It is considered a rare phenomenon, and it typically falls in regions of strong upward motion within the cold sector of an extratropical cyclone. It is not different from any other type of thunderstorm, but the top of the cumulonimbus cloud is usually quite low. In addition to snow, graupel or soft hail, okay, or hail may fall as well. The heavy snowfall tends to muffle the sound of the thunder so that it sounds more like a low rumble than the loud sharp bang that is heard during thunderstorms. Huh! Go figure. But yeah, you can apparently get it anywhere where you can get like lake effect or ocean effect thunderstorms. So they happen in parts of the US, Canada, Europe, Asia. They happen basically anywhere. It's just getting the conditions for it. 1 + 1 = 21, basically. So yeah, basically what they're claiming here is that they had like a 1 in a million, well actually maybe not 1 in a million, weather phenomena. So depending on where you look, allegedly a single person will see on average about 6 a year. Now granted, so I feel like there's a Thunder Snow George involved there, and is an outlier that should not be counted, but you know what, that might just be me. Anyway. Oh, how could such a terrible thing have happened? It's all my fault. Well, come on, lady. Quiet. What do you know anyway? Ouch, you're scary. With that stupid 5 o'clock shadow and that stupid old coat of yours, it's too bad that you weren't the one that disappeared. Whoa. Why does she have to take it out all on me? All out on me? Her anger does seem a little manufactured. About this picture. Well, look at that. I look pretty. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely. Up until recently, we've avoided exposure in such magazines. But this time we had our reasons. Is that so? For example, well, why deny the world the sight of such a lovely face? Ma'am. Absolutely not. I don't care. Well, that's a demon wording hood. Acolytes are highly susceptible to possession by evil spirits, you know. That's why we always wear these for protection. Oh, I see. What are you waiting for? You won't get any protection just by holding it, you know. Put it on already. No, I can't. I was just. It's like it was made just for you, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean by that, detective? All right, bye, Avatar. Thank you. It looks absolutely marvelous. You've just got to keep it on for a while. Is this some sort of divine retribution? Amazing. Huh. Ah, well, look what you found. That's the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Misty Faye. Faye. It's been nearly 20 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Apparently, she intended to pass on the master title to her daughter. Who's this daughter? Well, I myself am part of a branch family of the Faye clan, but even I am not privy to information concerning the main family. Huh. So, wait. How does she not know about Maya? What? Oh, this poor girl. Where could she have gone? Well, we checked out her home and she's not there. And she's nowhere in the vicinity of the temple either. Which means there's only a few other possibilities as to where she could be. Ah! Do you think maybe she fell off the bridge and was carried downstream? Why do you have to be such a pessimist, Detective? I was just trying to think like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ironic, I became a pessimist only after I had the pleasure of working with you. Oh no! She's a very important visitor, you know, an honored acolyte. Honored? How so? The Fae name is synonymous with the crane channeling technique. Therefore, she must be a spirit medium of great power indeed. Now that you mention it, 1 year ago, there was a case that was about the master of the crane channeling technique. Detective. I detest talk of supernatural drivel. I suppose now you'll say she has midi-chlorians? So it gives you the creeps, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? That's got nothing to do with it. Amazing. It's all my fault, me and my stupid back. Mystic Elise has been murdered, an important acolyte is trapped, and a little girl has been lost. You know, you really shouldn't be so negative. It creates bad karma. Quite right. I need to do some more training myself, I think. Amazing. You said you went with Maya to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 o'clock bell for lights out. So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then? Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training. But that doesn't fit with Iris's story at all. She said that she never went to the inner temple. As they say, the plot thickens. Oh, okay. So she's just going to wig out. This is Mystic Elise's apprentice, is it not? I think he might have a bit of a crush on me, sweet boy, at any rate. Huh? Oh, I don't blame him. Sister Bikini understands the temptations of young men. Sure. But I'm afraid it wouldn't be proper to abuse my position. I am head nun after all. But in return, I did allow him to draw a portrait of me. I pray it was a pose that maintained your modesty for everyone's sake. Wow! Rude, Edgeworth. Rude. Absolutely rude. What do you know about Nick here? This man, his face betrays a life of suffering and great weariness of the world. Sure. But even so, I can't believe this guy actually jumped into the river. Think of all the fun things he might have enjoyed if he had just lived. Relentless spiritual training alone is no way to lead a complete life, huh? It sounds like she's got some major regrets she's dealing with. Perhaps I should let Gumshoe explain the right situation to her for me. Hey, don't look at me like that. Do your own dirty work, sir. Oh my god, she doesn't know. You know what? I'm not going to tell her then. Wait, if that sword is in the statue's hand, how did it get... What? What is up with... How does that work? And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating. Oh, yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun Iris at the trial tomorrow? Yes, I will. I gave her my word and now I must follow through with my commitment. Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation. Don't worry about it, detective. Just keep your mouth closed and I think most of it will flow out on its own. You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap. Yeah, you do that, detective. Just how much has your runny mouth leaked over the years? Oh, no. Oh, no. That's strange. Also strange. It's a lantern. I suppose they light it at night. There's something elegant about the light of a fire. At the end of each month, I always like to relax in my room by candlelight. Detective, can you not afford to pay your electricity bill? How did you know? Oh, no. What's this? It looks like a wizard's staff. Oh, hey, the jewel's gone. Oh my god, she's a klepto for jewels. Oh my god. That belonged to the victim, Ms. Elise. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir? Yeah, what? This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this. All right. The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard. That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me? That's it! The staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it? Just the victims. Yeah, but it's missing the amethyst, which is interesting. I wonder how much that amethyst was worth, actually. I just love skiing. Really? You don't seem like the type. Well, what about sleds? Sleds? Nah, they're a little too kiddie, you know? Messes with my hard-boiled image. What's with the silence, Mr. Edgeworth? Is the world starting to go mad? I love Edgeworth so much. Oh no. The main gate must be just over that stone wall. Stone walls. I jumped over a few of those in my time. Most of them are good memories, but not all. Detective, perhaps someone should introduce you to the concept of paucity of words. Oh my god. Okay. So, the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon. It sure is. It's called a 7-branch sword, by the way. Nasty piece of work, sir. There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood. Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the sword, too. Fingerprints? Naturally, they match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant. Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon? What's wrong? You're looking really solemn. Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney? Yeah, I figured it doesn't feel really good. To be honest, it feels more like it's detrimental to your health. Aww. Now he knows what it's like. This poor man. Oh no. Alright, Gumshoe, tell me things. The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Louise. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery. It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that. The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon. The murder weapon? The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir. My god. That's terrible. Yeah, but there's one strange thing. Yes? The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises were consistent with falling from the height of a 2-story building. A 2-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct? Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise was staying in. Huh. Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword? No, I think it would have... Body fell 10 feet. Oh, it was after the death. Maybe? Now then, detective, let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far. Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. Okay. Oh, that's slick. Whee! Look at them go. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright. At 10 o'clock, okay. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. Okay, after taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. Wait, so how do you fall 10 feet after getting stabbed? If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at? According to Bikini, it's an old building they used for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge. The bridge that burned down, huh? Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the inner temple? Nope, not a thing. Nothing. The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there. So the only thing there is the inner temple. I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in. Please be alright, Maya. actually kind of cares. Or at least he's really good at pretending he cares. Actually, you know what? Let's go. You. I want you to tell me about things such as this. Okay, so she doesn't know anything. Cool. They're going to make the world's worst joke. Thank you. Okay, so she doesn't know anything about that. Okay, and she doesn't know anything about any of those. So let's go here. I don't see Larry anywhere. Maybe we scared the poor kid away. His heart was shut tight with a number of psycho locks. I guess we'll have to look for him. I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Yeah, you get used to it. To be perfectly honest there, Edgeworth. Too bad we can't go down to, Is she not here either? It looks like Iris is being interrogated right now. This place certainly brings back memories. Oh yeah, come to think of it, you got thrown in here too once, didn't you, sir? But you know what? I've never been in jail a single time. I think it's hard to land in jail when you're so harmless. Yeah, well, if you're in jail, you don't have to pay for your own meals, you know? Don't get any funny ideas, detective. Too late, I already did. In any case, I guess I'll have to come back here later. Great. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I wonder. Okay, so I can't go down there, huh? Interesting. Main gates. He's not here. That's fine. We can go to the main hall. You're here. Courtyard. You're here. Okay. Alright. I just kind of want to see. Oh, wait, no. Go back. There we go. He doesn't know anything about that. There's a lot we don't know about the victim. Okay. I just want to make sure that I don't have anything with him. Oh, I think I might have already told you about this, but the truth is you wanted to become a wizard, right? Hey, that's amazing! How did you know that? So, what do you think? I'd make a really great one, don't you think? We just had this conversation a little while ago, detective. Oh, detective. This sword represents the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Huh, I've never heard that one. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life would I have had if I hadn't joined the homicide division? So you think about that kind of thing too, huh? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. I guess he doesn't have any plans to leave the force. Amazing. And he doesn't know anything about the autopsy report. Fair enough. What about Pearl? Has no one seen her at all since last night? Seems that way. Apparently she hasn't gone back to Crane Village either, sir. But it's true that she was with Elise at some point last night. No doubt about it. Ah, you mean that maybe whoever killed Miss Elise also... Don't jump to any crazy conclusions. Ouch. You sure have one mean punch, Mr. Edgeworth. It's downright fierce. Oh my god. I wonder if Maya's alright. I could never show my face to Wright again if something were to happen to her. Aw, it'll be okay. If that ever happens, you can just show him my face. How's that? I didn't mean it like that, sir. It was just a silly little joke. I wonder if there's another way to get across to the other side. The support wires for the bridge are still intact, correct? That bridge is almost 20 years long. I know I may look like it, Mr. Edgeworth, but I'm no superhero. In any case, I just hope Maya's alright. This is the witness who saw the crime take place out there in the temple courtyard. I'm pretty sure it's going to be her testimony that'll be key to this case, sir. So you mean she's going to be a witness in the trial tomorrow? Of course! And none is as trustworthy as you can get. We got this one in the bag. Oh. I mean, I've always been on your side, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. So, yeah, this is a pretty tight spot we've gotten ourselves into, huh? You just now realize that we're on, like, technically different sides. Now I understand why Wright is always breaking into a cold sweat. Yeah, you do. Let's see. We have already asked him about Godot. That's cool. I feel like I've seen her before. Nope. Interesting. You. What can you tell me about Larry? Okay. You've already told me everything you can about... Let's see. So this tells us about Misty. This tells, well, this has him put it on. She has nothing to say about the map. That's fine. There's something missing here. Photo of lease. Okay. No, we're missing something here. But what? No. Nope. And I think we've talked to her about everything. But now that we have to actually, like, find... Alright, let's take another look. Let's see. Blood, splats, statue, the ladder. Oh, here we go. The main hall of Hazakura Temple is above us here. Hey, you're right, but I'm pretty sure the main hall didn't have a second floor. Hazakura Temple was built on a steep part of the mountain. The front and back of the main hall are on different levels. Oh, that makes sense. But wouldn't it be easier to just build the place slanted, sir? I fail to see how he can consider that to be even an even remotely good idea. Okay. Okay, there's nothing else here. Interesting, though. Tomorrow's trial. The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor? I'm pretty sure it's that Godot guys, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement. What do you mean? It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. Huh. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest. I intend to appear in court in the role of defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor. Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge. Yeah, he certainly would remember my face even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all. Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stinkster? There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing. Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull. Who did you pick? No, seriously, who did you pick, sir? What? I feel like we're missing something. Nope. Nothing new here. The same judge that didn't recognize fake Phoenix? Apparently, yeah. Apparently, yeah. It's weird. We're like missing something, but what is it? Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Get out of here. Also still not what I wanted. Amazing. I know how to play this game, I promise. Come on. Is she back? Yes! Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions if you don't mind. But I've already told you everything that Iris, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything. Yes, thank you. I just finished speaking with the head nun of Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training in the Inner Temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. It looks like she's unwilling to tell me the whole truth. I wonder if I'll find the answers I'm looking for if I break those psycho locks. Probably.
Take that!
Huh. Okay. I was frightened. I'm sure you were. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers, understand? Yes, sir. The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I have seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the Inner Temple last night? Yes, I swear, I already told you that. Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened. That's right. If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Iris, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your own room?
Take that!
I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you. Ah, that's... Well, Iris? Why are you glaring at me like that? You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you, isn't that correct? Ah! Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way. But Mr. Edgeworth, yes? I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me. A prank? Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief. I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her. No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is there is one person you didn't want your secret told to.
Take that!
Well, Iris? It's true that there is a deep-seated darkness in my heart. However, the only way I can get rid of it is to fully uncover the truth. Show me this again. Let's see. There's something I must tell you about. I'll be waiting for you tonight at 10 o'clock at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. Who would she not want to know about that? So... Oh, that's not what I wanted. So, I think we can break it.
Take that!
It's just a matter of figuring out who. So, she doesn't keep secrets from the head nun. That's fine. Although,
Take that!
if a secret was great enough, would she still keep it from the head nun? It's like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her. No, you may not have hid anything. You may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. Let's see. She wouldn't want... Let's see. But yeah, no, honestly, if it was a secret big enough... There's... I don't remember how we became friends, though. I feel like we should know this. I just feel so dumb. So it's not her, it's not her. Let's see. But Larry is one of the few people who's normally around. There's one person you didn't want your secret told to. I mean, depending on the nature of the secret, it could be Nick. Nick, Larry. Well, Larry's always there. But depending on the nature of the secret, she wouldn't want it to get back to Nick. Because that could be disastrous.
Take that!
Oh my god, yeah. Phoenix Wright. There we go. Ah, you mean something to Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say? I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. Yeah. Beautiful. Love it. Alright. Tell me. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions? It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. A small shack, huh? It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near. Where is it on this map? Huh. It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking in Heavenly Hall... I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it. So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart. Yes. It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night? Yes, that's exactly right. Iris' testimony added to the court record. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret. But it's pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. I think he does. This is like the thing. Actually, you know what? Before we go... Is that the murder weapon? Yes, it is. Have you ever seen it before? Yes, Mystic Amy was holding it in the courtyard. And apparently the head nun witnessed the whole sad affair. She saw you stabbing Miss Elise with this very sword last night. I don't leave the Temple of Grounds very often, so she doesn't know anything about that. As Mystic Elise, she's a picture book author, or so I've heard. Does she come to Hazakura Temple often? No, this was her first time. It's just that she was a very important visitor. Is that so? Yes, Sister Bikini told me. Be certain not to offend her. The victim is Elise. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems. I was against the idea of our temple appearing in that magazine. I was afraid that this type of tragedy might occur. What if Bikini wanted the stolen gems? Imagine. Imagine! In that case, why did you allow them to run an article about you? It was Sister Bikini. She's actually rather fond of attention, surprisingly so. She certainly does look rather happy in this photo. That's called a demon warding hood. I gave it to Mr. Wright last night. He was wearing this when I saw him at the hospital today. He was actually wearing it? Aww! It's an important item for protecting acolytes from evil spirits. If it's so important, then why did you give it to him? Last night I felt something. I felt that something terrible was about to happen. I didn't want Mr. Wright to fall into its grip. Well, he wound up falling into something much deeper and colder. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, though. Thank God for inner monologue. Amazing. The fact that he acknowledges it. Who's the woman on this hanging scroll? Well, I don't know the details, but... I've heard she's the master of the crane channeling technique. Master? Yes, Mystic Misty. She was a great spirit medium. That's what I've heard. I also heard that she went missing over 15 years ago. Spirit mediums, there's no such thing anyway. Mr. Edgeworth? I know all about them. They're nothing but frauds. She doesn't know anything about it, of course. But there was a time 17 years ago when I met the master myself. Oh my god. Oh, he's going to flip a gasket if... Wait. They're all Maya channels Mia in front of you like every case, sir. What is your deal? Oh my god. Larry, what have you done? Larry, what have you done? Whoa, not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chase one of them to Japan. Next, it's going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He's just talking to himself. Shh, be quiet and listen. I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again. Done that? What did he do, I wonder? Hey, you! About what you just said, I got an objection! Oh, Gumshoe! What the edgy, you dirty rat! Gumshoe, you oaf! Glares in mad. Mia, we need the main costume to show. No! Why is it always the main costume? No! I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection, and in a loud, commanding voice too. I even pointed with my pointer finger. You've watched too many trials. I'm sorry. Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? Oh my god. What a perfect spot to end for the stream, though. Oh my god. Yeah, so next week, we will be picking up with these nerds having somehow managing to catch Larry. Oh my god. It's a miracle that Gumshoe gets anything done, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, no. The fact that we have Edgeworth as our defense attorney this time around, oh, this is going to be good. But yeah, so I hope y'all had a good time. I know I had a good time. But yeah, no, we got a lot done. We didn't lose what was basically a doomed case. Because we knew it wasn't going to be a win, because we already knew the outcome from like the very beginning of the game. We knew that, you know, Mia was going to wind up losing. We just weren't expecting it to be quite like that. Not gonna lie. But yeah, so this case right here is basically where everything is going to just kind of come full circle, just come to a close, and everything is going to be amazing. It's already shaping up to be a really wild ride, and I really look forward to kind of following it to see where it goes. But yeah, so yeah, plan is to continue on with this case next week. I don't know if we will be finishing it, but plan is, assuming my work schedule doesn't change again, plan is Monday, Thursday, probably Friday for this case as well, depending on how long it takes us. It is the finale case for the game, as far as I'm aware, so it could wind up being on the longer side, which, granted, these are already pretty long cases as is. But yeah, so it's going to be a wild ride. Basically, if it takes us all week next week, it heavily depends on just how long this case is and how much of a hard time it gives us. Because right now it's shaping up to be just a mystery nested inside a mystery, inside a mystery, inside a box. That is also a mystery. So, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing folks next week. Take care, everyone.